So we ain't really never had no old money. We got a whole lot of new money though. Raindrop, drop top, smoking, no cooking, the hot pot. Fucking on your bitch, yeah, dot. Cooking up dope in the pot. We came from nothing to something, nigga. I don't turn nobody with it, turn nobody. All of the gang and they coming to gang. Got me a river to do with my shit. Bad boozy, bad. Cooking up dope with a boozy. My niggas is sad, ooh. We got thudders and 100 round too. My bitch is bad and boozy, bad. Cooking up dope with a boozy. My niggas is sad, ooh. We got thudders and 100 round too.
What is going on, everybody? Happy Thursday. It is January the 30th, and this is your afternoon Betspresso right here on the Betting News Network. Excited to have you guys with us. We got a full house today. We got Mr. Colby Marcio, the best mustache in the gang. We got Mr. Cordman. Look at how crispy and Z's looking today, everybody. The Big Z is here. We got my dog D-Sauce looking with his Canadian robe on, apparently, according to Mom Martinez. My name's... My name's Sweatpan Jesus. Stoked to have you guys with us to get your Thursday, end of your Thursday workday rocking and rolling. Appreciate you guys stopping by and kicking it with us today. Boys, we were gabbing a little bit before we got started. We don't have a lot to get to today. We obviously got a lot of bets. We'll probably still end up running out of time. But how we doing? How's the vibes? Colby's loving life right now, dancing all over the place.
Oh, I got a lot to talk about.
Yeah. I know you do.
Surprise.
I know you do. Surprise, surprise.
I never have anything to say. I never mouth off to you ever, so I don't know.
Son.
Never ever. Also, shout out Sick Money yesterday. Apparently you guys like smacked some bet on something you guys talked about, and he tailed, and because he listened to Up Your Units. So I didn't look further into it.
Sometimes it pays. Sometimes it pays to tune in.
It does. It pays to tune in.
Mostly when there's fun narratives and spite bets.
And the trash can bets. Who needs walking bets when you got trash can bets?
There's one coming up, right? I saw
No,
that on the timeline.
We had yesterday of fading them because they were looking ahead to Saturday, so they lost. So now they're going to get really excited. The gym's going to be packed. We tail them.
Nice.
We tail
So
them.
you fade them the game before the popcorn game, and then you take them.
You get it. You're so smart. You get it. It's like you're a doctor.
Almost.
Somebody put his jacket on for him.
He has it on. It's just a Canadian style.
He requested
Could you imagine?
denim. He's like,
We don't have white
want
coats
that
in
white.
Canada. They're just denim coats. Just denim coats.
That is. Could you imagine if you walked into the doctor's office and you just saw V with a Canadian? He walked in without a shirt on, and he put that on as his and then started looking at your
The
chart.
worst is fresh denim. So like the doctors that are in their 90s just have like the best jackets.
Yeah.
Facts, indeed. Well, we were actually talking about this a little bit behind the scenes before we got started. So let's just talk about it out here before we dive into the plays. We're going to talk about our favorite plays today, obviously, with the college hoops, NBA as well, and then NZ is going to give us some plays on the ice. We'll cook a parlay at the end of the show. Iconics, I see that comment. Take it at that number 2. We'll talk about him in a little bit as well. I don't really get the value on that, but we'll talk about that in a little while. Let's just mention this. We were talking about this. Colby had a couple things to say. It might be worth talking about it with the entire chat that's here. Terry Rozier today got called out. I don't know the full story. I have not read about this entire thing, and I'm sure we're probably going to end up finding out more about this story over the coming weeks. But I'm pretty sure that this has to do with the Jonte Porter situation. Terry Rozier apparently has been implicated in a gambling ring in 2023. So there was a couple of games where he apparently tipped some people off with his status of the game. I was reading that it's been already investigated and he's been cleared, but then I don't know why it's coming back up now. You guys find out any more information about this? Did you guys look into it further than I did?
From what I've seen, it's the same gambling group that was taking out massive bets on the Jonte Porter unders were also found to have taken big bets on Terry Rozier during the same game that he came out. Now, I didn't see if he's been like cleared or anything like that, but that was the last that I saw. That's connected to the same gambling ring, and I'm pretty sure it's because Jonte Porter was caught that they went into this people and like who they've been betting on over the last 4 to 5 years, matching it up with games, which is obviously going to take time. So. If more are going to come out, that's yet to be seen. But I was pretty surprised to see the news this morning.
Yeah. Not a big Terry Rozier guy from a betting perspective myself. He's never really like been somebody I like to target a lot anyway. But it's always hard because Jonte Porter was a bench player / should have probably never really been in the NBA for very long anyway. But Terry Rozier's been a substantial NBA player for the last 8 years.
He used to slurp on my bet. That used to be his boy.
Who did?
V. He was on Boston.
Yeah, he was fantastic on Boston. I remember when he showed up wearing the Bledsoe jersey, and it was a whole bunch of fun.
Yeah, he was awesome.
Yeah. He's been kind of a ghost in Miami, so I wonder if that has.
Didn't even know he was in Miami. Didn't know that.
Yeah,
thought he was still in Charlotte.
Well, he's in Miami. He's been in
Not
Miami,
a ball knower. Not a ball knower.
Yeah, shit happens. Weird situation though. Talk about what you were just telling us before we got started, Colby, about somebody.
Oh yeah, what's her name? Her name is Uno Momento. Uno Momento. Her name is, because it was on Around the Horn, I just quoted it. Her name is Emily Kaplan. She said, it does seem like the easiest way to resolve this is to remove the under on prop bets or remove prop bets altogether. Maybe the worst take in history of sports. I'm going to take a page out of the Stephen A. book right now. And I'm going to say this to you, professional athletes. Stay off the books. Stay off the books. Stay off the books.
Can someone make this a banger song? Like, could you imagine a DJ remixing this?
Stay off the books.
Saquon's birthday on the night. Saquon's birthday on the night.
Cooper DeJeans too.
Oh my god.
Stay off.
I agree with Kobe. You got to stay off. Like I know a lot of these guys like gambling, and now that they've got like a big chunk of change in their bank accounts, the gambling is only going to increase. But it's just like, what are we doing here? There's a difference between gambling on, even if you're gambling on a different sporting league. What are you getting involved in? This is so much deeper than that. I feel like I don't even think it's their way of making money by taking their own unders. I feel like they're just involved in some wild shit as to why they would even put themselves at risk here. Like we saw the Jonte Porter situation. It wasn't just the fact he was making money. It's the fact that he owed these people money, right?
Yeah.
I think it's BS. I think it's BS that the he fell down a hill, dude. Have some respect.
Sure.
I think it's just BS that leagues are in bed with the books, players are in bed with the books, Shams is in bed with FanDuel. I think it's just insane. There's no ethics. It's just like, hey, everyone can do it, but just don't bet it. It doesn't make any sense. They shouldn't be in bed with them.
They have Kevin Durant and LeBron James giving NFL picks during their seasons, and like Josh Hart is tweeting about his parlays not hitting, and it's like, how can you? It's such a double-edged sword because, like, if you guys notice now too, especially as we continue down this road of sports gambling becoming more and more mainstream, I mean, the ads are getting even more substantially saturated. But also, like, you watch any game anywhere of any type, and they kick a field goal. Everywhere. Yeah, they kick a field goal into a FanDuel sign. They kick the hockey players get slammed into a fucking DraftKings thing. Like it's everywhere. So like, I don't know why everyone's acting so surprised. And shit's not rigged. Like, relax.
Oh my God, I wanted to mention this.
No,
I saw a video prior to the show, and this dude's like, "I'm gonna show you that they're betting on these games, man." He's like, "I'm taking Dalton Connect under points."
Oh, B Diddy, yeah, that dude is hilarious.
It was definitely satire, but I'm like, people think like that.
Yeah, he doesn't actually think like that. He's just talking from like a that's.
I clicked his profile and I saw comedian. And I was like, "This is satire."
Yeah, he's hilarious. But the thing is I agree. Like this shit is not fucking rigged, right? But the thing is, with the books being involved with the leagues and everything like that, there's definitely it leans towards the league, right? It leans towards what the sponsors need because the thing is like Kobe just brought up, Shams. There was a time when I first started betting the NBA where one of the most profitable systems was injury report comes out via Underdog on Twitter. You have the Twitter bot on, you run to the line, and you have at least 5 to 6 minutes before books were to find out and able to adjust lines. Like AD's out, you have 5-6 minutes to go smash LeBron points at 23.5, 24.5. Now that doesn't exist because they know before we know. The lines go down and we sit here and say, oh, some news is about to come out. And that's just normal place now. Before it was the opposite. You had 5 to 6 minutes to catch the book sleeping if you did your due diligence. Now it's just not like that anymore.
The Draymond situation. The Draymond thing. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
What's going on with the books? What's going on with the books?
Chad,
What's going on with the players?
27 W's.
Pull out the tinfoil. Pull out the tinfoil.
Don't
Tinfoil
waste
is
more.
really
Don't waste
expensive.
more. Don't waste more. Yeah.
Waste that much.
No.
We're just gonna waste
Jess is gonna
That's
come home.
like Bert SBJ.
Wasting tinfoil.
Oh,
It's
I
already
can put
bad
it
for the
back on
planet.
the roll. It's fine.
It's never the
The
same.
dogs can have it to chew on. What's going on with the books? What are the athletes doing getting in bed with the books? The dog is pissed. The dog is pissed that there's no ethics, there's no gray area anywhere. It's just all free for all.
She's also pissed that you aren't going to give her that tinfoil to chew on.
I don't even know who that was. Definitely V's dog.
Yeah, it's true. Or no.
Oh, it was NZ's. I love that we
Everybody
all have
has-
dogs, but
Except me.
SBJ.
I am a dog. I want a dog real bad. Look at that. For the big price of $3.99, chat, that could be yours right there.
Yeah, why is tinfoil so expensive?
I don't know.
Oh,
Everything's
Jesus.
so expensive. We don't have time for an economics lesson. Let's tell you guys how to spend some of your own money on sports instead. It's interesting, though, to see kind of how this plays out. We're not even going to talk about the Justin Tucker thing because a lot of that is still he said, she said stuff. There's a lot of things that are going to come out of that about that situation. If you guys don't know, go just look on the Twitter timeline. You'll find what you need to find about Justin Tucker. But Justin Tucker's in trouble right now. He's in trouble.
Yeah, that's tough. And then last, I just wanted to say prayers up to everybody involved in the situation in Washington. I know that that wasn't a great situation without saying too much, but prayers up to everybody and their families involved. That was really tough news to wake up to.
Yeah, a lot of people are affected by something like that. Obviously, all of us here at Betting News send thoughts and prayers and vibes to everybody affected in the D.C. area. And hopefully we don't see stuff like that happen moving forward. But
sorry if I smirked. Palmer, I looked up and her face was just – it's all black right there, and I saw her face. It scared me.
We assumed you weren't paying attention. Don't worry. No,
She was waiting for she's waiting for the tinfoil that you promised her. She can hear it. Yeah, crazy night last night. Crazy 24 hours really. Quieter day in the sports world from a games perspective. Lots of college basketball, few NBA games, pretty big NHL slate. But in comparison with this is like the little lull before we get into heavy Super Bowl content going into next week. No one gives a shit about the Pro Bowl anymore. The Senior Bowl is exactly.
Anybody ever care?
I legitimately forget that it happens the week before the Super Bowl every single year. Like I legitimately forget.
I hate it.
Dude, Drake May was a Pro Bowler. I know that he was fantastic this year, but like, what are we doing? Devaluing the fucking Pro Bowl. Like, Pro Bowls don't mean anything anymore. Come on.
I love the tweets. The tweets are my favorite this week. It's like, okay, so-and-so got demoted, so we brought up the kicker that got drafted last. We brought him up to be the Pro Bowler this year.
Then you have unhinged fans in there like, Drake May, Pro Bowler in his first year. Like, dude, it's
no one
not
cares
an accomplishment anymore. So,
no one cares.
We're making it a joke.
If you guys don't take anything else away from this show, just take this away. Please do not bet on the Pro Bowl. There's a lot of things that you can bet about the Pro Bowl, the dodgeball competition. And I mean, we're a gambling show. We tell you guys to sports bet all types of crazy shit all the time. Please don't bet the Pro Bowl, man. Like, it's a fucking dodgeball game between athletes that don't give a shit. Like, don't bet that.
Chinese ping pong's got better
Eliminate,
chances.
yeah.
Yeah.
eliminate the Pro Bowl, but still hand out Pro Bowls, like in terms of like still have a set of Pro Bowlers for
It
that
means
year.
something.
Yeah,
All
yeah.
pro,
Have
I
it mean
think.
something.
I think you just eliminate it. Just
Yeah,
all
throw
pro.
the game away. It's an achievement that could still be given out, just like All-Star games. But it's if nobody's playing in it, don't just. This is like if KD decided not to play, and then everybody down the line decided not to play, and next thing you know, we have Eamon Thompson in his second year, who's played fantastic by the way this year, but he's not an All-Star.
Sure. Yeah. Well, I just think that it's crazy because, like, obviously they're still trying to figure out how to make the NBA All-Star Game relevant. We've talked about the MLB All-Star Game and, like, the Home Run Derby and all that type of stuff. Like, the Home Run Derby's fun. The dunk competition's fun. There is literally nothing about the Pro Bowl that is anywhere. It used to be cool when they did, like, the longest pass. Like, you know, like, back in the day when, like, Drew Bledsoe and shit, throwing the ball really far and shit. But, like, that was 30 years ago. Like, they
best
barely even
players
have
aren't
footage
even
of
in
that.
Yeah,
They're
Yeah,
freaking
'cause
on
they're
week
waiting to
off.
play in the Super Bowl.
Right. They're not even in the goddamn game.
It's so dumb. I just hope they get rid of it. And I also hate that there's the 2 weeks between the Super Bowl. Like, do you guys like that? It's one of my biggest gripes.
You gotta
Like, that
prep.
get,
I
know,
like it
but-
from a like standpoint of it probably gives us the best product possible, but I hate waiting the 2 weeks. I'm with you there. But I do think that like both teams, they get a chance to rest up, get healthy, and then game plan for 2 weeks for that other team. So it usually means and a really fun game.
I can get behind that, I guess.
I'm still mad you said the dunk contest is good. Just saying.
I know.
It
That's what I'm
was.
saying.
It was.
It was.
It used
It
to
was
be
good before I was born.
You see,
Actually,
Oh,
the
it
last
was
one,
good
last
4
good
years
one-
ago.
the Aaron
Last good
Gordon
one was-
one was awesome.
that was the
Aaron
greatest
Gor-
dunk competition of all time.
Yeah, with Zach LaVine.
And the
Aaron
fact
Zach
that
LaVine.
Aaron Gordon didn't win is blasphemy. I will
Yeah, I
never
agree.
get over that.
Agreed.
That
was a great
that. I mean, the
That
fact
was the
that
last
Mac
time it felt
McClung
good
is.
to be alive, too. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
Here's a legitimate question for you, Colby, since you're looking at all the different Super Bowl takes that have been going on out there with chat. I don't know if you've heard them or not, but he has ones that nobody's ever heard, like it's Saquon's birthday, like Patrick Mahomes' 8-0 against Vic.
Nobody's talking about it.
Never heard of these takes.
Nobody's
Have you heard-
He's
talking
annoyed by
about.
that has probably driven us just to drive this guy nuts every chance we get.
Nobody's talking about that. The Eagles beat them at Arrowhead last time they played. No one's talking about Andy Reid used to coach the Eagles. No one's talking about how Travis Kelce last time he was in New Orleans had a drug test, had a problem at Cincinnati. No one's talking about these narratives. It's driving me insane. How are you placing bets when there's so many narratives to talk about? Wow.
It's because you just do your due diligence and you dive so deep to these angles that nobody knows about. And like you're just really good at it. The one thing I wanted to ask you though is which three-peat means more? Because to me, I feel like that if the Chiefs three-peated, yeah, that's nice. But if Mac McClung goes back to back to back on dunk competitions, legendary.
I didn't see that coming.
You pulled
I'm
a
just
me
saying.
there. You pulled a me. That was
Just
a me
saying.
move. I think I
pulled me all
ghost
the way
wrote that
in.
for
I
you.
was- I had no
I
idea.
ghost wrote that for SVJ.
That was great.
I'm just saying, man, legendary.
Nate Robinson
Legendary
will
status.
have the better three-peat than Mac McClung.
That was fun, man.
But
Yeah,
you
fair
know
enough.
something? When a white boy can jump, you gotta let him jump.
I
Yeah,
got the
You
that
guys
boy
see
too.
that meme
Okay.
where it's like they're waking up the guy in jail and it's like the NBA waking up Mac McClung every year for the dunk competition?
Yeah, that was a good
Oh,
That was a good one.
He's
That was a
like,
good one.
time to get my bag. Let me get my mill.
Hey, man, good for him.
That's gotta be
also,
awesome. To be playing in the G League and knowing all I gotta do is dunk this ball with no defender, the craziest way out of the other four guys that don't want to be there, and I get my bag. That's insane.
one more thing, and then we'll dive into some bets. Chat, if you're trying to say you are, it's YOU''RE, not YOUR. Just some
Why, what
grammar for
happened?
you guys. Somebody
I
was
was
trolling me out. Somebody was trolling me on the timeline, and they trolled me by calling me a dumbass, but they said you're a dumbass by YOUR. So
Dude,
I,
isn't it cool when you went to college and like that's the one thing that you paid for? Grammar.
Isn't it cool when you learned that when you were like 7 years old and you forgot it?
Yeah.
Like,
You're talking about the Twitter? Marcus, come on, the Twitter? Really?
the Twitter.
The
love
Facebook.
it.
The Twitter?
My grandma calls the grocery store the Kroger, which is always
The
fun.
Kroger.
Nice.
That's hilarious.
You know what I don't like when people say Barnes and Nobles.
Okay.
That would drive me up a wall. I've never heard
Barnes
that.
and Noble.
Fair.
Yeah, I've never heard that. That would drive me up a wall.
Is that a real thing? Someone
Dude,
calls it Barnes and
so-
Nobles?
So, And then like the grocery store in Chicago is Jewel, and people be like, "You going to the Jewels?"
No.
Excuse me, it's Jewel Osco.
Osco.
There's no Jewels. There's White Castles. People say White Castles.
It's a lot of slang out there that just isn't
Kira, I just have to say that if this would have been in our parlay and if this would have lost, I would have banned college basketball from all of our parlays for the rest of the season.
Kira, I'm still really.
Kira, get her giveaway.
No, Kira, you need to DM us because so Inzi can keep
Kira's like, I don't want that. I want win.
She says every time she's going to do it when the show's over, but then she doesn't. And as I say, we're giving you guys free shit, so we're not going to track you down.
Chicago people know. Jamie
Osco sounds like insanity. Jamie Z.
Yeah.
Osco is just the pharmacy. You know, doctor. You know. You put that thing on and you go to Jewel.
You guys in the chat can say incorrect grammar. It's okay. But if you troll me on the timeline, just know I'm coming for you.
I will whisper after the stream.
Okay.
Whisper either betting news or whisper betting news or whisper me. And it always sounds so weird when you say it like that. But
why do they have to call it whisper, right? Like, why can't it just be a DM? What is wrong with DM?
It's how you like send a message.
Yes, that's creepy. That's
I
like
know.
getting poked on Facebook.
It's even funnier. Kobe just accepted that she's gonna whisper it. Like,
I thought
he's like, okay.
I thought she was
that was
being
a
funny.
thing. Oh.
That's like getting poked on Facebook. No one wanted that.
That's true. You guys remember that phase?
That was a go-to move back in the day. Okay?
We're off track. But I want to say one last thing since we brought up poke. And this so in high school, I had a friend who had a hot sister, and she was like a senior, and we were freshmen. And I poked her on Facebook, and then he found out, and they wouldn't let it down. Like, yeah, dude, you're poking daddy, bro. Yeah, dude, you're gonna poke her. We'd be at her house and be like, yo, he poked her. He poked her.
Dude.
And I'd be like, I
can't even believe
days of
still a thing at your age at that rate.
Hey, man, back when I was like 13, when Facebook started, getting poked was a big deal. Like, that was when you knew you might have a chance.
It was the streets
you were
of
13,
Snapchat.
Colby was like 3 is the problem.
That's true, yeah. That's true. That's true.
All right. Top row for no reason at all.
That's what I say, baby.
All right, let's talk some bets. Great way to start the show, baby. We got some college hoops today. We've got some NBA, and we got some NHL, and then we're going to cook a parlay, have some fun. No Shaggy bets today. Shaggy is on vacation. Not on, well, kind of like a interesting vacation.
Who the hell is this guy going?
I was just going to say too, NZ.
Jesus Christ.
I mean, I didn't
He's
even.
not missing tomorrow, so I'm not mad.
Yeah, he's with Colby tomorrow, thank God. No, he's yeah, I know. I need to talk to HR actually. No, he's on his way to go skiing. So hopefully there's going to be some cool content for Mr. Betts in the skiing department. His fastest 2 minutes on Saturday chat will be legendary. So be sure to tune in on
down
Saturday.
a hill. He has to do it down a hill.
If there's not snow or a beverage or both in that video, it's not getting played. I'm just telling you guys right now. So that's all I'm saying.
Rocky Mountain High.
Mm-hmm. Indeed. All right, let's talk some bets. Colbs, you want to kick us off with some CBB?
Sure. All right, since my father's here, let's talk about his favorite college. We're taking Penn State on the money line. We're fading Ohio State, who got to cruise down easy street against Iowa, and they won nearly by 20 points. They played a team that has no defense, especially on the road. They almost shot 50% from the floor, 30% from deep. They did lose the turnover battle, but hey, you won by 17. Congratulations, and it's perfect. Sets us up perfectly because Penn State kept it close against Michigan. They lost, and we get to tail them at home, where they are the 36th best team at home, while Ohio State is the 24th worst team per Haslametrics. They're 36th in adjusted offensive efficiency and EFG offense at home. They're fantastic on the inside. They get to the line with ease, and they make their free throw shots. Ohio State is 20th worst at sending teams to the line. I'm going to take a Shaggy quote right here. They don't keep their hands to themselves. This is going to work perfectly into our bet on Penn State. I am not taking the points. I will pay the juice. But I think when a team is cruising down easy street and they have to go into Toughville, and it happens to be one of the best teams in the country at home, Penn State, we're going to be just fine.
We might have to get a chat.
Shirt.
Let us know if you would like to have a cruising down easy street shirt.
I was thinking about it, but you got to have like the car
Mm-hmm.
Like,
And your face in it.
I'm trying to think of like would Tuftville be on the back?
Yeah. Oh yeah. Like
Like
you
it'd be a
left
journey
Tuftville
to the
and you're
back.
going to Easy Street.
Cruising
You're
down
going
Easy
down,
Street.
and Tuftville's in the background. Oh,
That's
we'll
one of
get
my.
work on it.
I'm like really proud that I thought of that. It's
It's a good
so
one.
stupid though.
It's a good one. It makes sense. I love things.
All
that make
right.
sense.
Well, we can get on our cars and quack all the way to not Oregon because Oregon's on the road playing at UCLA. We'll go to LA. We'll hang out with V. Yay! Yay! All right. Oregon's coming off a loss to Minnesota. This is, for the people out there, this is a trend that we all
Hang out with
love
this guy.
near and dear. Hey, yo.
That's what you guys will do.
I thought I was safe without Sakir.
You're never,
Never
safe. If somebody else is talking, you're never safe. This is an unranked home favorite against a ranked opponent, but I don't care about that because of Oregon losing to Minnesota. I still think this is a good spot. I think it's too high of a number to be 5 points. I think it's a lot when the Ducks are fantastic on the road. So UCLA is good at home, so it cancels out. The Ducks have a top 75 offense and defense away from home. They struggle rebounding. However, against top 50 teams, it improves drastically. They're 59th in offensive rebounding and 163rd defensively. And if you're wondering, 163rd is not the sexiest number, Colby. Well, they're in the 300s when they're not playing against top 50 teams. But UCLA struggles against top 50 teams. 203 in EFG defense. They cannot defend the perimeter, and they do not keep their hands to themselves. Shaggy bets. Give me the Ducks. We're quacking.
We like Ducks around here. They race for us. They hit us pocket parlays, and they're going to get the job done tonight on the hardwood.
Come on.
I really like this Penn State play, though. Rusty actually pitched it earlier in spaces, and so I guess you can get behind it as well. And NZ can always get behind betting Penn State. So I feel like that might have to be our college.
They have
basketball
to win.
submission.
They need it. They need it. They keep covering. It's really weird. They keep losing.
Mhm.
And Rusty's
All
mad
right.
because he's on UCLA. But Rusty, we can both win. Just have UCLA win by 4.
There you
We
go.
both win.
That's fine. Good shit. Yeah, NZ smacked a little soccer lay earlier. Let's go.
Dude, at the
brother.
death, baby. At the death.
Nothing
No better.
Nothing better than a bang like that. You remember? Who was it that did that when we back in the way beginning of this show when you and I were live on a Saturday? Was it Mbappe?
It was, and I went
wasn't
fucking
it?
insane. I believe that was
Yeah.
the World Cup.
It was the
too.
World Cup. Yeah, it
Was
was.
the
Yeah,
World
yeah.
Cup. You got the
That was
PK to
sick.
tie the game and force it into penalties, and then I slowly started to die when I realized they weren't winning those penalties, and my futures ticket was cooked.
Yeah, we got the goal for you though, which was electric.
It was
but
fun.
shout
I
out
had a
you.
lot. I
Somebody
forget
killed you
whoever
earlier.
was in chat. If you're here that day and you remember that, I went fucking insane. And everybody was
Did
like,
go
"I want to
bananas.
see him do that again."
We would like
That
to
game
see
was
you do that again. Too.
insane.
That
Yeah.
was.
Was there
It was.
7 points scored? More.
7 points.
Yeah, I think more. No, it was 2-2 when they went into penalties, or was it 3-3? I can't
Yeah,
remember.
it was 3-3.
I think it might have been
Was it
3-3.
was it the final?
It was. It was
Yeah.
the final.
Yeah, it was France
Extreme.
and
In Argentina.
Argentina. Yeah. Crazy.
That was fun.
Wow.
That was 2 years ago already. That's crazy.
I know, dude.
Over
I know.
2 years
It's
ago,
ins-
because the next World Cup's right upon us.
Dude, it was fucking 5 months ago that we all met each other in Chicago. Can you guys believe that?
Yeah.
It's a long time ago.
Wait.
And-
V, our anniversary's coming up.
It is. I know.
It's coming
Oh,
up.
nice.
It
He
is.
might be able to give you a hug soon.
You have a date on that?
France, right.
You do.
Yeah,
right?
420. What are the odds?
Wow. I Polaroids with the date on them always hits different. Those are the
Always.
best.
In my terrible hieroglyphic handwriting.
Thank God you have
I
a
ha-
computer.
Oh my God, that's what I tell everybody. I have worse handwriting than V's coworkers.
420 you said. You should see his notes that he sends me sometimes. He hasn't sent me some in a while, but you used to
I'm
send me
telling you
pictures
right
of his
now,
notebook.
my handwriting's much worse.
Oh, I bet. Chicken scratch.
Yeah, it's like
Yeah. All right, let's talk about NZ's got chicken
That looks
scratch,
way
too.
better than mine, V, and I can barely read that.
NZ's got nice handwriting. That surprised the fuck out of me.
No, I don't.
My dad has really nice handwriting. Obviously.
Horrible.
Sure. Sure. All right, let's talk about the ice, and then we'll finish off some NBA, and then we'll cook. NZ, take it away. What are we doing on the frozen pond today?
All right, we're gonna do 2 things. So we're gonna do a little 2+2 teamer and we're going to do another straight play. So we're going to take my boy Brock Nelson here from the Islanders, which I'll touch on that game too. 2+ shots. That's how low his line has gone. It kind of surprises me. It's juiced to the high heavens. But if you look at his chart against the Philadelphia Flyers, holy hell. He's got 1 miss in about 12 games. He's had at least 2 shots in every single game against them. They just played, I think it was last week or maybe 10 days ago. No, it was last week. And he hit his shots without a problem. They had a really good game against them last time. The Islanders are on a not 5-6 game winning streak. I should know that, but I don't remember. They're buzzing right now. So I like Brock to get his 2, and I'm going to pair him with Nick Paul from the Tampa Bay Lightning. He's at -114, so definitely doable for a straight bet for especially only 2 shots. But if you pair them together, you get the plus 171. He's hit his shots in his last 6 games straight. My main reasoning for like this, even though he's a third string player, he's a second power play unit guy, he's not right in the thick of things in the beginning of the game, but he has good numbers against LA. LA just got blanked last night against the Panthers. That was a game that I was a little scared of taking shots on, and all I had to do was take the top 5 guys on that team for 3 shots each, and I could have been rich. So I foresee the Kings kind of doing the same, back-to-back, second road game. They are a tough defense, but we're looking for 2 shots out of one guy. We're not looking to win the game here. We're not looking to hit home runs, but I think we can do this. Plus 171, some good value for 4 shots. That's all. And that's what I got for the first one.
Love it.
My next one's a little interesting. We're going to take Mr. Eichel for 4+ shots on goal, plus 100. Now, he's coming off 3 stinkers, which I kind of like. He has hit the 4 games prior. He's got 3 stinkers, and he's kind of finding his groove, but he plays really good against the Blue Jackets. His numbers are ridiculous against them. It's the first time against them this year, but, I mean, his last 5 games, he had 8, 5, 4, 6, and 4. I mean, his attempts are 10, 8, 4, and 11 in his last 4 against them. He rips the puck against these guys. So I really like for him to get his 4 shots, and I really like it because it's even money. I'm surprised it's not at least -120 or so. Plus 100, in the words of our boy, Mr. Gretzky. What the fuck? Why am I?
Gretzky Besky?
Gretzky Besky. Why did I just fucking spaz there? We got a coup. I think we got a coup on our hands.
A coupon.
I think we got a coupon on our hands. So we're going to clip this one, and we're going to play this one. Why don't I do goal scorers? It's not that I don't play goal scorers. I normally will put out a little parlay. It's hard for me to say. I like goal scorers more in soccer, but if I had to give you one, I might ride with my boy Bo Horvat. He's been playing very well. He's getting his shots. He's had a great game, 4 shots against Philly the other day. He's had 3 goals. Actually, he's had a goal in his last 3 games against Philly as well, 2 of them being this year. There's a goal scorer for you, my friend. Plus 190, not bad value at all.
Bang.
NZ, what about Eichel? Sorry, SPJ, but what about Eichel to score a goal? I'm looking at Betalytics, their model. They really like him. His odds are sitting at plus 114. They have him closer to minus 111 today.
Yeah, 4 goals in his last 3 games, especially. He had 2 goals in his last game against CBJ. I mean, you ask for a goal scorer, you just got a 2-teamer right there. Horvat and Eichel.
There you go.
Yeah, beauty.
Bing. He's got to shoot to score, so usually if you like somebody's shots and he's a little bit cold, it's always a good combo.
That's always my theory too. Like if you like somebody's shots on goal, he's gonna have enough chances. You know, one of those could easily go in, and that counts as both. So you might as well sprinkle it. It's like a ladder.
I'll just double check. Where is my man here? Here he is. I wanted to just see. He's hitting his SOGs, and his shot attempts over the past 2 games versus Philly is ridiculous. 8 and 9 attempts. I mean, he's going to be firing the puck. Love the goal. Love the goal play.
This is the 2-shot parlay chat. Nick Paul and Brock Nelson, 2+ shots from NZ for plus some nice plus chicky there, and then Jack Eichel for 4 sogs plus a hundy. Before we move on to the NBA, I know you wrote about this game at Betting News, and the guy who was responsible for putting this together today fumbled the bag, and unfortunately, Shaggy also wrote about the exact same game. So you guys both had get plays in the Bruins Jets game. But you want to talk a little bit about that since you wrote about it?
Sure. Taking the Jets here. Bruins are really not very good at home. If I'm not, fuck, man? I don't have any of my stuff in front of me now.
Boston.
This is the problem.
Bruins are at home.
No, I know they're home. I don't have any of my notes in front of me because they're all in my notebook from when I was writing last night. This is the only disadvantage to writing the night before, guys. But anyways, I like the Jets. Hellebuck has been absolutely ridiculous in net. He has over 30 wins so far this year. He has 31 out of their 35 wins with him in net. I mean, they're tied for the best team in the league right now. Boston has had a lot of problems. They do play better at home than versus the road, but the Jets are a good home and road team. But the Boston's offense is ranking in the bottom of the league. Their defense is ranking in the bottom of the league. Their power play is third worst in the league. Their penalty kill is 25th in the league. And you're talking about a team that scores the most goals in the league, that has the best power play in the league. They rank about 16th in the penalty kill. I don't, especially with Hellebuck in, has he been confirmed? He has been confirmed. And Swayman's not playing. Korpisalo is playing, who actually may be faring a little bit better than Swayman. He hasn't played as many games, but he has a better record. Give me the Jets, man. I think if I'm not mistaken, Kyle Connor for 4+ SOGs was a play I liked as well. Let me just pull up his notes here.
I just peeped Shaggy's scribbles on this game because, again, whoever was responsible for doing that just fumbled the bag. That was me, chat, by the way.
Wow, can you believe that?
I know. What a bag fumbler.
You guys get double the goods.
He also likes the Jets money line. That was his favorite play in this game. Shall we put the Jets money line in our parlay today, since you and Shags liked it without even talking about it?
Sure.
Yes.
Sure.
Minus 162.
No
so
arguments
lost a little bit of value, but I mean, it's a parlay. It'll do the job. I liked all your prop plays too, but I think it's crazy that you and Shags both liked the money line without talking about it and knowing that you were both going to write about it. So worked out. Synced up here at Betting News. Synced up. See, when I make a mistake, it benefits us.
Oh, Counter Casher, your shirt is out. You should have it any day. Any day now. It was days ago that I sent it out, so you should have it any day now.
More Jersey Knicks shirts need to be out in the world.
Yeah, they do.
Love it.
Hell yeah. Good stuff, man. Good stuff on the nice NHL slate tonight. Betsky also wrote his coupon article. Hope you guys have been enjoying checking that out. He's been cashing those really nicely. Go peep that at Betting News for free. Go find out his favorite props as well if you like betting on the SOGs, on the points, and on the goal scorers. Get involved over there. All right, V, let's talk about some NBA. I'll let you kick us off, and then I'll close us out, and then we will finish putting the parlay together. What do you like on the professional basketballers today?
So there's honestly quite a bit that I like. So 2 plays I'll talk about right now. But scribbles out. Let me pitch these to you. First off, I hate betting on this team. I hate betting anything on this team, against this team, anything to do with this team. It's the Washington Wizards, and I'm taking Kyle Kuzma's over 10.5 rebounds and assists. It's sitting at plus 105 right now, but the line is this is something he has hit in a few games since coming back. He's also had 14 plus in his last 3 games against LA. We know that he's played there before. We know that he plays with a little bit more of a chip on his shoulder when he does go up against his team. But outside of all of that, last night he played against the Raptors and he played 34 minutes. That's the most that he's played in a game since returning from injury here in January. He's been playing closer to just under 28 minutes per game. I think a lot of that has to do with maybe teams making some phone calls. Like, I don't know if there's any actual trade news, but making some phone calls, judging what the market's looking like on Kyle Kuzma. Because there's a few teams in the league that could use a guy like that to kind of bolster their roster for the end of the year here. I think it was why he got more playing time. He had 19 points, 10 rebounds, 1 assist, 5 potential assists in that game, and he's been averaging 7.7 potential assists in his last 10 games. He's also been averaging 8.6 rebounds in his last 5 games, and he's now playing more and more minutes. I think that whole injury restriction, all that kind of stuff is kind of off. The Lakers are missing Anthony Davis tonight. They're going to be starting Jackson Hayes. And in games they've started Jackson Hayes, they are constantly out-rebounded on the glass. Just 3 games this year without AD, and every single one they were out-rebounded, both on the offensive glass and on the defensive glass. I think this is a spot where he's going to take advantage of that exact same thing. I think a lot more of those assists potential assists convert into actual assists, and we see a team that kind of messes up this Lakers team. Like, we see this. Teams are always looking forward to playing the Lakers. And despite the Wizards' blowout loss yesterday to the Raptors, I think that they're looking more at this game versus LA tonight than they were last night at the Raptors game.
We talked about this in Spaces earlier today, and the line for this game is still a little sus to me, dude, just because I feel like the Lakers, the way the Wizards are playing and the way they've been all season, I feel like the Lakers should be double-digit favorites, even without AD in the lineup. So the 8.5 points makes me feel like that maybe they stick around long enough to make this competitive. They usually play the Lakers close, like you mentioned. Poole usually has good games against Los Angeles as well, regardless of the location, which helps. But Kuzma, yeah, this line was 9.5 too, before it got bumped to 10.5. So we talked about it on Wednesday as well. It's still kind of a set it and forget it.
Yeah, another guy in this game too. I haven't placed a wager on him yet. Is Austin Reeves, over 2.5 threes. I think he's in a good spot. He only took 4 attempts last game, or 3, and JJ Redick did not look like he was happy. It was the second night of a back-to-back for them. He looked gassed the way he was bringing the ball up the court, and they lost to a Sixers team without Joel Embiid. It was pretty bad. I know everyone's going to want to jump at Dalton Connect after his 24-point outing. I just think that Reeves has been a constant figure in this Lakers lineup this year, and he's probably maybe a little bit of a safer bet.
In my opinion, in this game, one of two things is going to happen. LeBron James is going to have a fantastic 30-point triple-double, or Austin Reeves is going to flirt with the triple-double, and LeBron's going to score 35 or something like that. Both of those things could happen, too, because without AD, this Laker team needs both of those guys to be the primary scorers on this team. So, yeah, kind of pick and choose which one you like. All right, what's the other play you wanted to mention?
The other play I've got is Dyson Daniels. He's a guy I consistently bet on this year over the last 2 weeks, to be honest, and it's been nothing but profitable. He's a guy that's hit this line in 6 of his last 7 games. He's also a guy that has hit this in 4 straight. And the thing is, over the last 10 games, he is taking 13 shot attempts per game, shooting 52% from the field, and he's hit this line in 7 of those 10 games. He looks great. He's playing alongside Trae Young, and the defensive prowess is why he's seeing the minutes that he is. Against the Cavaliers team that bolsters both Donovan Mitchell and Darius Garland, he's going to need to be out there for a high amount of minutes just for defensive purposes. In his last game last night, he shot like actual crap. I think he was like 4 of 14 or something like that, but he still hit this PRA line because he's been very active on the glass and in the assist department. He's averaging over 8 potential assists over his last 10 games, and he's also grabbing a good amount of rebounds, averaging over 6 rebounds per game, and 3.1 of those rebounds coming on the offensive glass. That's what's impressive to me. He's crashing the glass hard. He's making it difficult on guards that don't box out, and that's exactly what Donovan Mitchell and Darius Garland are. Darius Garland was out for rest in the last game. I expect him to play tonight, and this defensive backcourt for the Cavs has been bottom tier. They've been playing more offensive guys than they have defensive guys. And like I keep saying, Niang in this lineup is going to cause you defensive issues. Same with Donovan Mitchell and Darius Garland both playing at the same time. It's been fantastic. Their offense looks great, but defensively they're giving up more points than they have in the last 3 to 4 years. That's why we're taking Dyson Daniels on a little bit of a, in my opinion, a bounce back spot. Guys like DeAndre Hunter have been struggling to shoot the ball well. Guys like Rich Shire haven't been shooting the ball as well. I think he's hitting a little bit of that rookie wall here late in the season. And I think that Dyson Daniels is a great spot for him. He's a guy that's energetic. He's played a lot of games. And I think he takes advantage of this team that is maybe kind of entering a little bit of a mid-season lull in the Cavaliers. They're 24th in three-point percentage allowed, but over the last 10 games, that's gone down to 29th in the three-point percentage allowed, and they're giving up the 29th most threes. So it's just a spot where they're not playing well on the perimeter, especially against opposing guards, and Dyson Daniels has just been kind of this team's screen knife, doing everything, so I'm taking the PRA one again.
Yeah, I like this bet a lot. I'm actually on his RA. I went just the RA. I know you've been betting his PRA quite consistently over the past couple of weeks. I like the RA at 9.5. It's minus 125. Same exact logic that he was just talking about. He's been an absolute menace on the glass. He's had 10 rebounds in 2 of his last 3 games. He had 7 and 10 rebounds in his last 2 games against the Cavaliers, both of them being this season. He hit his RA in both of those games too. So you can take the RA, PRA. PRA is a good look, too, just in case he does drop 20, which he's very capable of. And as you mentioned, that Cavaliers backcourt defense on paper and statistically, if you look at the overall season numbers, looks nice. But over the last 10 or 15, they've been getting cooked. So it should be a good spot for Mr. The Great Barrier Thief. The Great Barrier.
He had a double-double the other day at plus 800. And in that little 3-teamer, he was the only one to not sell. The other guys were more juiced or less juiced as well, right? We saw Dyson Daniels at plus 800. We were literally 3 assists away from cashing, for $5K? So it would have been electric. Yeah. And really he's just been playing out of his mind.
Yeah. One of those guys was on that ticket last time, which was Isaiah Collier. And I'll lead us off with this guy for me. I've got this line earlier today, chat, and this line has moved. And it's moved, unfortunately, not in my favor. So you guys can go get a way better number on this than I did. But I've already got it locked in, so I'll be transparent with you guys that I had the over 6.5 at plus 110, and then I had the double-double for plus 1,100 for a sprinkle. The over 5.5 is the line now for minus 110, and the double-double is almost double the value. So bet it how you want to. I don't really get why the line moves so much. Maybe it's because that he's not going to play as many minutes. But if you're looking at what he's been doing over the past 10 games for the Jazz, he has been playing 25 to 35 minutes. When he is on the court, he is the primary ball handler for this team, even if Colin Sexton and Jordan Clarkson are on the floor. I know that the Wolves are a pretty good defensive team, but this guy is averaging double-digit potential assists. He's had 8+ assists in 8 of his last 10 games. I'm just going to keep taking this. I don't understand why the line dropped a little bit. Like I said, go get better value than I did. But this is the line I got. I really like this player as well. I think he's a good piece for the Jazz, and I think they're going to continue to try to figure out who they have in this player as they continue to flounder and tank the rest of the season. So do I like – also this spread before we move past this game is a little funky too. I don't know why the Jazz are only like 5.5-point dogs to the Wolves right now. That doesn't make any sense to me either. The Wolves on a back-to-back looked pretty good against the Sun last night. So maybe that's the reason why here. But I'm taking Collier. I'm taking the bait. Like I said, get a better number than I did. Next play, not going to sell you guys this one too much. Colby knows where we're going. What's open late night, chat?
We're getting some pancakes.
IHOP.
We're getting some pancakes, baby. Waffle House. Yeah, I'm taking Denny Advia. I got a better line on this one. I looked this last night at 14.5 points. It has bumped to 16.5. I still like it there. Take it there. Take it whatever you want. He's coming off a 30-piece against the Bucks. He's played well against the Magic in his career previously. I'm just going to keep taking Denny Advia until they bump his lines to where they're not bettable for me. So no big sell job here. Coming off one of his best games of his career, last game against Giannis and the Bucks as they trounced the Bucks in Portland. They get another team that they have already trounced in the Magic previously, and they're getting them at home this time. I think Denny's going to come out and be aggressive once again. Give me the 15+. Last play, and V and I have been betting on this guy quite a lot this season. He's been really, really good for this Rockets team. And I think that he's in a really good spot again tonight. Could be the game of the night as the Rockets take on the Memphis Grizzlies. They've already played each other twice in January, so this is the third time they've played. All of the games that they've played so far this season have been bangers. They've gone over. There's been a lot of points in both of these games. Over 238-point total right now in this one. I'm just going to stick with the superstar. Give me Jalen Green over 22.5 points. I got -120. Our dog Prindy pitched his PA earlier in Spaces, which I also like that play if you want to go that route because he does facilitate pretty well against this Grizzlies team. But Jalen Green to me is a bucket getter, so I'm going to bet on him to get some buckets tonight. I like the 25+ as well for a little bit of some plus money if you want to go a little bit higher than that. He dropped a 40-piece against the Grizzlies the last time they played. The game before that in January, he had 27 points. He's taken 20+ shots in 3 straight games against this team. I don't see that stopping again tonight. There's nobody on this Grizzlies team that can guard him. I think it's going to be tit for tat, basket for basket, and I think Jalen Green's going to have another good night. So 22.5 points for Jalen Green. I like the latter too. Take the 25 and the 30 if you really like Jalen Green tonight.
I love Jalen Green tonight, SPJ. I was labbing him earlier, and his over 2.5 threes spoke to me. The points spoke to me. I think it's one of those matchups where the Memphis Grizzlies played at a very high pace, right? They ranked number 1 in pace this season, and because of that, it allows for a lot more opportunities for this team. And like whether it's John Morant, whether it's whoever on this Grizzlies team at the guard position, they haven't been playing great defense. They give up, I think they ranked 22nd or something like that in threes allowed, but the percentages isn't that high. Reason being, a lot of teams are taking a lot of threes against the Grizzlies because they're not getting out there to defend guys. I think this is another good spot for Jalen Green to kind of cook. We talked about Dylan Brooks and Spaces as well. I have one guy I want to ask you about, and we never talk about this guy. He's probably on the unofficial ban list, the way that we don't bring him up, but he's in that Wolves game that you were just talking about. It's Rudy Gobert. Rudy Gobert back in Utah. Right, and I know that he's played there multiple times. He had a whole season last year, but in his last 2 games, I think he's played them twice. Sorry, he's played them twice in the last 2 seasons. He had 21 and 26 points and rebounds in that one. And in the first game, he only played 28 minutes because they blew them out by almost 30 points. This is a spot where it could get ugly, but Rudy, second night of a back-to-back, and had like 38 points last night. Rudy didn't really do shit. He had 4 rebounds against the Warriors team that kind of played him off the court. But we know that this Jazz team is one terrible defensively, 28th in points allowed. They also give up a lot of points in the 2-point area, 29th in 2-point percentage allowed, 25th in points in the paint allowed, 22nd in second chance points allowed, and then again 20th in offensive rebounds allowed. It feels like a spot where, right?
I like it.
Half?
I ain't betting it with you, but I like it.
As a double-double, right?
Sure. Yeah, the points make sense, but he's just such a hard player to bet on from a points perspective, just because like he has to be basically spoon-fed the basketball to score, and it's so hard to bet on guys that need to be spoon-fed like that.
Like he's
But
averaging 12 and 12 against his former team. In the last few games, he's had 15 and 13, 11 and 10. One game he was injured, left in 5 minutes, then 22 and 13, and then 9 and 23.
No, I like it. I do. It makes sense. Also, I forgot about it until you just mentioned it again. I know you said at the beginning that, yeah, this is his former squad. So he's always going to, I'm sure, get up a little extra for his Eiffel Tower is going to be standing erect for this one for sure.
22 and 13 in the only game that he's played in Utah since then.
Sure.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Rudy
Okay.
Gobert, don't worry.
Gobert. Marcus. Rudy Gobert.
I don't know if he's
I'm seeing
actually
that-
trolling or actually asking.
I think he's actually asking. He might be trolling.
was asking.
I'm seeing news that Ja's out. So Ja's been
Yeah.
confirmed out, which it looked like he was going to play earlier in the day, but he is not going to be playing. So no Ja. So those lines will probably adjust around. Hope you guys can lock in some stuff. Hope that doesn't affect too much the Rockets in that game. But actually, sometimes the Grizzlies are so used to playing without Ja because he's been out so much that sometimes they play better without him. All right, guys, there's some NBA for you. V already posted his scribbles. I'll post my card when we get out of here of my other favorite props that I already kind of went through with you guys, and we'll have some fun. But let's get to cooking. Let's put it together. We already have. I kind of predetermined that we were taking Penn State, but I feel like everybody felt pretty good. It felt like your favorite play. Nice juiced money line just to get the job done. Nice and easy. And we're backing Nz's favorite college, which he's down with. So I then also we said the Jets, but we can take a prop instead unless you guys want to roll with the Jets. Honorarily get Shaggy in here.
NZ?
Benny and the Jets.
Yeah, sorry. I'm like in technological hell on top of the fact that like the whole crew just walked in, so now it's just like chaos.
Are you okay?
Yeah, Jets
Everything good
money
now? Jets money line?
No, it's still not working, but hey, that's technology for you, right? Yeah, I'm down for the Jets and for Penn State, definitely.
Word. That's not bad.
I into that news.
Yeah.
Should we throw Dyson Daniels in there, PRA or RA, because we both like him?
I was going to say Daniels. From listening, do you guys want to do his PRA or his RA? I don't really care either way for Daniels.
I personally like PRA over RA. I feel like RA is a little
That works.
shifty sometimes.
Okay, let me just find out what the number is. Hi, Hovey. 23.5. That's what you got, isn't it, V?
Yep. I like Akira. I like that.
All right, so
The Rockets
23
played
and a
pretty
half.
bad too. Sorry, go ahead, SPJ.
No, you're good. They always play each other well when they play too. All right, Dyson 23.5 PRA. And then do you guys want to take Jalen Green in that Rockets game? Or do we want to take Denny?
Sure. Yeah, let's go to Perkins.
Do you wanna go to
Yeah.
Perkins?
Let's go to
You wanna go to
Perkins.
IHOP?
I'm down for Perkins.
I'm down to go to Perkins.
Okay.
I was like, who the fuck is Perkins? And I just realized.
We ain't taking Kendrick. That's for damn sure.
Come on, let's go to Perk.
Holy.
Go big perk. All right, so we're taking Denny.
Yeah.
They're 16.5. All right. So Denny Advia over 16.5 points. Dyson Daniels over 23.5 PRA. The Winnipeg Jets on the money line, and then Penn State on the money line plus 791.
Nice.
That'll do, Donkey. That'll
That'll
definitely
do.
That'll do. All right, there's your Betspresso 4. If you want to lock it in with us, it will get posted on the Twitter timeline. If you'd like to tail, feel free to rock and roll with that as well. So Penn State money line from the CBB guru with the stash. Winnipeg Jets on the ice from Shaggy and NZ, which we didn't know was going to happen. Dyson Daniels over 23.5 PRA. A little combo from Vsauce and myself, and Denny's is just going to take us home by being a goat.
Perkins.
All right, there it is, locked in. Bing, bong, bang.
You're gonna end up getting him a sponsorship all of a sudden. Then you're gonna be like, "Yo, it's my cut."
If this guy ends up playing the way he is like this for the rest of the season, I will buy a Denny Advia jersey. He is
That's fair.
How old is he? How old
24.
is- That's weird.
Okay, fair enough.
Do you think?
I bought into that narrative of You can't get a jersey of somebody younger than you.
Really?
But like,
So I'm not
I'm
allowed
to
to own
the
jerseys
point
now?
now. Yeah, I was about to say I'm to the point now where every athlete is younger than me.
I'm
except
just
for
at a
LeBron.
point where I
Wow.
can't wear a jersey anymore.
Kobe's at that weird phase where he's like in his like high 20s, and it's weird looking at like 23, 24-year-olds. We've gotten over that.
I was
because
trying
we
to
watch-
think
you know
of
what I mean?
who I wanted, and I was like, nah, he's like the same age as me. That's weird.
You didn't support
I'll
your
let-
homies playing sports and like wear their jerseys when you go see them play.
Though the cheerleaders had him, remember?
Yeah, you're like a cheerleader. We are fans of sports, aka we are
Cheerleaders are not
cheerleaders. We
only
just
females.
I don't even know the last jersey I bought. I don't know.
can we all put some funds together and buy Colby a jersey and make him wear it?
It's got to be
Sure.
really niche. You know who I really wanted? The big dude from NC State, like DJ Burns. I
DJ
wanted his
Burns.
jersey.
There we go. Well, don't say that. You said it here. You guys heard it here first, chat. You know what kind of jerseys he's getting. We're also getting his size, so it's going to be ginormous on you.
Hey,
4X.
it'll be like I'm
Yeah.
dating him.
Ew. You'll be in. Never mind. I'm not.
That's,
Gonna say that.
that's the dream for Kobe.
What is it for a guy? Still a cougar?
Sick. Sook is losing his mind in the chat. All right, guys. Chat, drop a dub if you enjoyed the show today. Yeah.
That's
What about
completely
the
different. I'm not
Paulets?
wearing another man's name on my back.
What's wrong with you?
Yo, actually, hold on. He sits and watches 18, 19-year-olds play basketball all day.
There's a difference.
No,
How's
There's
that?
a difference. I'm
No,
putting
thank you for
another
pointing that
man's
out,
name
sir.
on my back.
Thank you for pointing that out. Thank you.
There's no correlation here whatsoever. What's going on with my bookshelf?
Fully correlated.
There is not a single soul on this bookshelf that is younger than me. Not a soul. Ooh, not a soul.
There's
Okay,
not
maybe
one guy on there.
Okay, maybe this
You don't have
puck
any chi-
has.
There's no
Maybe this
children's
puck has
books on
Connor
there.
Bedard, but
Don't you have a stank oven?
oh damn it, I do.
He's definitely younger than you.
You have a man who's younger than you's bobblehead on your shelf right now.
It's his minor league team too.
Oh, that's even worse.
Good job, sir.
Yeah, for real.
Got that stank.
No, but I remember. I can't remember his last name, but there was a player on the Islanders a few years ago, Leo. I'm blanking on his last name, older gentleman, and the whole team would call him Uncle. Everybody called him Uncle Leo. That was his nickname, Uncle Leo.
Nice.
Yeah. NZ then came to find out Uncle Leo was fucking younger than him, and I was just
Oh,
like,
no.
"Fuck my life."
Yeah. There is that special time where we watch these athletes and then you forget. Like, I think it was actually the whole, because guys, don't forget. I don't know if you know this or not, but it's Saquon's birthday on the Super Bowl, and he's
And
he's
Cooper
turning-
DeJean.
Whoa, dude, that's crazy. Eagles are winning for sure. Where's the
No
hat?
reaction. Where is
Where's
it?
the hat? There
There
it
it
is. But then it was that came up, and then it was like, yeah, Saquon's turning 26, and I was like, oh my god, this guy wasn't
Isn't that
even
his
in high
number,
school
too?
when I. Yeah,
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
there's the tinfoil
What's
hat.
going on in New Orleans? What is going on?
Yeah, the hands
New
are killing
Orleans.
me.
What's going on in New Orleans?
Makes sense. Makes
Where
sense.
are the aliens that I bet on at 4 million to 1?
Right.
Oh, he's turning.
That's
He's turning
right.
28. My bad. All right, sorry, not 26.
Oh yeah, I'm the
Still-
same age as
subs-
Saquon.
Still
I'm
substantially
older
younger
than him.
me.
We would have been in
Now
the
you
same.
know.
We graduated the
funny.
same year.
Is that bet still pending? The aliens landing? Because that's from last year's Super Bowl, right? I mean, it hasn't happened. Is it still there? Did you check the book? Check the book.
I would be surprised.
It
if
did
we
end
see
in a
some alien
tie.
activity.
If people forget, it ended in a tie.
It's true.
It ended
That
in a
is true.
tie.
That is true.
That
All right,
first leg of the parlay, man, it might have been the hardest one.
All right, let's run through the bets. Mr. Marcio, talk through yours real fast, and then we'll do everything.
Oh,
and then we'll get out of here.
yeah. All right. It's basically two get-right spots. Oregon coming off a loss to Minnesota. Yes, they are the dog, the ranked a road dog. But we're putting the blinders on. We're a horse here. We're a horse rooting for the Ducks. We're not looking at that trend. We're looking at the dogs at +5. And then we're taking Penn State, getting right after their Michigan loss on Monday, while Ohio State was cruising down Easy Street. Now they got to go to Penn State and get the rear ends handed to them.
In Tough Town, Toughville, whatever it is. All right, NZ, Ice.
Yeah. 2-piece. We got 2 guys, 2 shots each. Brock Nelson, McPaul, both are playing very well. Both have good histories against the teams that they are playing. And we're also going to – I can't find my mouse. We're going to take Jack Eichel for 4+ SOGs at plus 100. His history versus Columbus is ridiculous. So we're going to ride that out. And if you like his goal, like V was saying, plus 115 for a goal. Another goal guy would be Bo Horvat, plus 190.
Go.
Go.
And the Jets from Shaggy and from
Jets. I try to make you guys go peep the scribbles, so I try not to drop them on the show too often.
Sorry, I ruined it for you. My bad. All right, Sauce Man.
We got 2 plays. Kuzma, over 10.5 assists and rebounds, plus 105. Like I said, he's playing his former team. He's been fantastic on the boards. He played 34 minutes last night in a blowout. I think they're trying to move him. Let's get that trade stock up. Over 10.5 assists and rebounds. Then Dyson Daniels, over 23.5 PRA. He's hit this line in 7 of his last 10, shooting 52% from the field, averaging over 6 rebounds per game, over 5 assists, over 4 assists per game. Doing a great job on the offensive glass. Give me this over 23.5 points, rebounds, and assists. And Rudy's on the card at over 20.5 points and rebounds. That made it. It's there. It's what as it is. It's. I'm gonna be texting you guys, bitching about it later. I promise. Oh, yeah. Just please listen. Give me a kind ear. That's all I ask.
Rudy, you are shit.
COVID.
Yeah, exactly. All right, 3 bets for me. Nice and easy. Going late night to Denny's, as we have been doing. Get to 14.5, 16.5, 17.5. Take it whatever you want. Ladder it to 20. Zaya Collier got a bad number here. I hope he still plays enough to get over this 5.5 line or 6.5 line. I did sprinkle the double-double as well. And then Jalen Green in Memphis tonight. He's going to be walking in Memphis. Jalen Green, over 22.5 points. You can ladder it to 25 or 30. Bing, bong, bang. Betspresso 4 will be posted on the timeline, but it is Penn State money line, Winnipeg Jets money line, Dyson Daniels over 23.5 PRA, and then Mr. Denny Advia over 16.5 points, plus 808 if you want to ride it out with us and vibe out. Any more geysers? What does that mean? I don't know what that means. Sure. We'll have more stuff posted on the timelines between now and the kickoff, tip-off starts of these games in the next 45 minutes or an hour or so. So follow us all on the socials. Go follow Mr. Colby Marcio, a.k.a. the tinfoil hat man. And go follow Vsauce as well. Go follow NZ. Go follow myself. Go follow all of us at Your Betting News. If this is your first time tapping in with us right here on Twitter.
Hold on, make me big. I want someone to screenshot it.
All right, hang on.
Make me big. Someone screenshot this for me.
Daisy, can you screenshot that, please?
Yeah, where's Graham? Where's Nan?
Where's Graham?
It was her birthday on Monday. You guys weren't even here for that.
Can you do that again? Do it again. I got you. Thank you. All right. Good stuff. Good stuff.
All right, guys. Don't forget up top. Don't forget to follow. Don't forget to follow my dad up there.
Do all the following. We'll be back tomorrow for a double dip. You have to wear the hat tomorrow to show Shaggy.
I'm going to save it. I'm not going to throw it away.
Yeah, save it.
No, that's a permanent prop now. You put so much work into that. Like, that should be forever.
Better be forever.
And I connected it.
The Up Your Units lads will be live at 11 o'clock Eastern to get your Friday started. You don't need your coffee. Just tune into Up Your Units. And then later in the day, me, V, and Sook will be live with you guys talking about the NBA. We got some news to discuss. We got some more NBA plays to talk with you guys, to send you off into the weekend. And then we'll be back on Saturday as well. We appreciate you guys being here. You guys came for the winners, and you stayed for the vibes. Guys, can we just give a big shout-out to our dog that's in Australia tuning in from Friday?
It's 10:30 in the morning for him. He's getting his coffee in.
Have a great Friday, big dog. Have a great Friday, big dog. Absolutely.
See you later, knuckleheads. This is pardon the interruption.
Oh, man.
Can you believe that still goes on and Around the Horn is now getting killed? Ugh, beautiful. Good. Hate Around the Horn.
Good. Hey, see your grandma is here.
Hi,
hey.
Graham.
There you go.
You said thanks on Monday for the shout out.
Oh, nice. Thank you, Daisy, for your support. We appreciate all you guys for tapping in. Yeah, for reals. You guys came for the winners and you stayed for the vibe. So a fantastic Thursday, and we'll catch you guys tomorrow. Have a good one, everybody. Peace.
What you know about rolling down in the deep? Down in the deep.
Now I know we all be loving this shit right here.
Rolling.
What you gonna do?
Rolling.
What you gonna do?
Down in the rolling.
What you gonna do? Right, y'all be loving this shit.
What you know about